OG rank just dropped. That means there's another brand new game mode for me to climb the ranks of, in hopes of hitting Unreal. But this one is kinda crazy. No heals, no bushes, and very little camping spots basically means I have to throw all my usual strategies out the window. But how am I gonna hit Unreal if I can't camp? I need a brand new strategy that is completely different than the other modes. This is the best strategy to hit Unreal. So the first thing I noticed when the OG map came out, it's massive. It is really, really big. The second thing I noticed, my first game that I played, I think the ring was over this way, so I said, oh, I'll just drop out in the water here. There's no water camping. You cannot camp in the water. You are instantly eliminated. So, similar to previous seasons, I like to stay on the bus pretty much until the very end, and then we fly back towards the middle, kind of aim for right around there. Once we see where the first ring is forming, then we'll start figuring out whereabouts we want to start the game. Okay, so the smallest distance between the storm and the ring looks to be in this area, so we're going to fly in that direction. We can go to this little house, then we can pick up some mats, and then Bill can take a shower. I like to have a look when I'm on my way down. Looks like there's some builds over there by that barn, but that's far enough away from us, I think. Don't get below the edge here, because the water instantly eliminates you. There's a lot more places where you can take fall damage in OG. Like there's one. So Bill can just hang out here for a little bit. One thing that you'll notice in OG, there's really no movement. There's no shockwaves, there's no grapples, nothing to help you get around the map super quickly. And that actually works out in our favor, because have you ever seen me try to use a grappler? I'm getting a little better with the shockwaves, but grappler didn't really help us out anyway. It's very hard to find shield. There are no minis, there's only big pots. We're in Diamond 1 now, and so far I've found the lobbies empty out really quickly in OG. Much more so than in Chapter 6. We're already in a position where we're going to be able to rank up this game. And with not as many heals being readily available, camping in the storm isn't a great strategy in OG. There's no fishing, so we can't pick up heals through fish. I miss my fishing rods. They just added the wearable bush skin. I'm not sure if that's a positive or a negative, because in Champion and Unreal lobbies, players are running performance mode graphics. And we checked the other day, if you're running performance mode, those little bushes, there are none of them. There are none of them on the map at all. So if I'm wearing a bush skin and somebody else is running performance mode, I'm basically saying, here I am. I'm this bush. We may wear them, we may not. We'll see how it goes as we progress up the ranks. You can see this game, it's Storm 2, and we're already in the top 10. The ring is fairly small, but that'll be Storm 3. That'll be the Storm 3 ring. I try to crouch walk as much as I can so that we're not giving off the visual footstep sound effect. One thing I'll show you just over here. If you stay close to the edge, don't fall though, but if you stay close, you're actually hidden just by the natural slope. Like this bush here, when I'm running max graphics, DX12, I mean sure, it looks like I'm pretty well hidden, but if somebody's running performance mode, I'm just sitting still out in the open. We carry the little stun knife because it's the smallest pickaxe available. Okay, now I've got the storm right at my back, which is where I like it. We're not too worried about taking any storm damage. This is all about surviving as long as we can. We're keeping this building between us and them so that we're not in their sight lines. We don't have much of a loadout, but we're not really worried about you know, weapons so much as survival. The other two players will find each other before they find me. The fact that there's not as much loot in OG actually works to my advantage and sort of puts me on a more even playing field. We made top 2, so I think maybe our best strategy here is to offer the other player a hug. Where's my hug? There it is. Hi. Hi, would you like a hug? We can hug this out. Can I have a hug? Hey! I don't know if you want to accidentally drop your shotgun. That'd be cool. Oh! We're just going to relax here for a little bit until we have to move. So far, ranking up in OG, it seems to be going faster, but we seem to be progressing fairly quickly. We're already diamond in both builds and 0 builds. Bill's in the shower. Oh. That's Moisty. We saw them the other day, remember? They must like hiding down here too, but they've probably got a gun, unfortunately. This might be a quick game. Alright. Oh no! Oh my goodness! Oh boy! I was getting all excited. I was going to go find a gun. Alright, so one of our favorite starting spots is this waterfall. Because I've never ever seen anybody at the waterfall before. So I got my first win in OG in pubs before they added bots. That's how it was. There were no bots back when OG was here the first time around. Back in 2017, 2018, there were no bots. And that's why I had to start camping, because I wasn't good enough to win a bunch of fights against, you know, real live kids playing the game. I needed to get to the final 3 and then hopefully third party the final fight. Bit of both. Oh, zone. Thank you. Yeah, we've got a long way to go. You're right. We should get moving. There's no storm sickness this season, but storm moves very fast. That supply drop is going to be in the storm. If nobody's gotten to it by now, the coast might be clear. Ooh, we got a sniper. I dropped my wood because it's too see-through. And if we're hiding inside our little structure that we like to make and somebody starts shooting at it, they can shoot through it way too quickly. So we prefer to build with bricks. We're in the top 10, Storm 3 going to Storm 4. And remember, these little bushes, they don't show up on performance mode. So if somebody's on performance mode and you're hiding in one of those little bushes, you're just sitting out in the open. Okay, let's build a little shelter here. Try to make something that looks like it might have been used in a fight. So if somebody comes across it, maybe they'll ignore it. Storm 4 going into Storm 5. So we're 5 DPS and next storm is 7.5. So we can take some storm damage and get back to full health if we need to. Might be nice just to crouch walk our way into the zone. Oh. There's somebody up there. Let's go this way. There's a lot of hills and these little cliffs, things you can crouch walk right up to and then get the storm right to your back. And you're really well hidden. Okay, there's a player there and a player there. They're both building. What are they shooting at? That wasn't very huggish. Ah well. GG, GG. Another 13% in diamond. That's pretty big.